episode 11, I think it is, Full Bore on Tour, and we're getting a back session in with Mr. Jamie DeGrigo. He is, don't know how many weeks out from the Arnolds, is it?
9, 10, something
9
like
or 10,
that.
something like that. So I'm going to get an insight into Jamie's training at the moment, because it's probably a lot different to what I've experienced in the past. So I think he's training a couple of times a day at the minute. So hopefully we'll get him on camera in a bit. We'll get to talk through his training, how he's going about it, and how he's prepping for the Arnolds. But yeah, episode 11, Full Bore on Tour. It'll be on our YouTube. Enjoy it.
Are you going to fuck him up?
Lisa's probably going to fuck us both up, to be honest, so that's probably fine. I'm not saying nothing because she's going to kill me regardless. So.
I'm a little bit nervous, if I'm honest.
This makes you humble yourself.
Yeah,
These sessions
I'm definitely nervous for this one. They've got such a reputation, and I'm not trained with Mike and Lisa before, so I know when Joe Cross come down to train, I think he said he did shoulders and he had to have a deload after we finished, so I don't know, hold out much hope for me, that's for sure.
Taking the easy bar handle, it's allowing me to use the same movement of that wide grip pull down, but it's a wide grip that's specific to me. Okay?
Yep.
So unfortunately, what you'll find is when you go to the widest part on those handles, all it does is you feel as if the shoulder's being desiccated.
Yes.
This is a much more controlled movement. You can see the shoulder blades are opening, they're re-engaging, and then he's pulling with the arms. But I want you to pull those elbows into your side. Don't take it past, take it to your side. Thank you, babe. In my mind, rear double bicep. Rear double bicep. Yes? Yeah? Right, now we're at a stage, and every day we pose, every day we can see it's highlighting where we need to really engage our training sessions. And what we're doing is, the way he's doing his transitions now is bringing the inside of the track through really, really well. So what we're doing now today is, in my mind, is thinking of a rear double bicep. So we're pulling down, as if it's down, and we're opening those shoulder blades back up. But what we're doing is we're doing 7 full reps, leaving the arm have a little bit of a rest, engaging through those shoulder blades, pulling them together, thinking of the inner trap, thinking about the opening of our double bicep for 7 reps, and then 7 full reps. And we continue that and literally until I had to come in and do those last couple with him. Good. Don't slip into old habits. Not today. There's a good man. Drag through those shoulder blades first. That's it. Good. Now I'm going to have 7. 1, 2. And release. Good. Good. That's 6. Come on then. Open him up. Pull your arm. Good. Now I can bring my arms in. 7. Pull me. What's the first thing that happened there?
I'm not moving the arm.
You've got it.
I know, yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah.
Come on, pull me. See? Yeah? I did. But the first thing is you cut the elbow. Come on. Yeah? This is a consequence.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So how's it going so far?
To be honest, I've probably learnt more in 2 minutes than I have for a long time. It's the focus on the muscle that you're working over and above the movement. So like I've always, and when I've done pull downs before, it's always just pulling down. It's never really been, right, I'm working the lat here, but which part of the lat, how do you engage it? And it's the full movement of to the top and holding it and squeezing it back down. So yeah, and the high volume as well. But yeah, it's just it's an eye-opener. It's an eye-opener is what it is.
Standard day in the life, this shit. No different. Just come in, get told what to do, don't complain, shut up and get on with it. Pretty much. You know, at the end of the day, like, here to work, so, you know, here to fucking put in the work. No bullshit training. Just get in, all hard work. Do what needs to be done and turn up on stage and let it show, you know. That's literally all that goes through my mind every day is Arnold Classic, so, you know, every single session has purpose and it's towards that end goal. So no matter what's put in front of me, you know, I'll give it 110%. I want to step on stage knowing I did everything in my power and that I left no stone unturned. You know, I got one thing to do every day and that's give it my all. So coming for that Arnold Classic, you know, I'm going to bring my best yet.
Come on.
Good. Come on. On your chest. Come on. Those two little brown dots. That's where your chest is. Bring it down. We're getting into the rowing area now. Let me see it. Skin on skin. Skin on skin. That's it. There you go. Bring him down. Elbows in. In. Bring him down. Better. Good. Good job. Good job. One more like that, please.
It's one of them moments, but it's been a long time coming. I've always wanted to come down and do this anyway, but it's about progress, isn't it? At the end of the day, and like there's always something to learn, and you get to a certain point, and then you have to go up a level. And this is why we're at Gar Gym, to go up a level.
So what we did as many as we could then in that last one. I dropped the weight really quite light. By this point now, they can both feel exactly what's working in their back and where they want to feel it. So then taking that weight a little bit lighter, it gave a lot of relief to the arm, but it just allowed me to connect to the back as much as humanly possible. It was about bringing the bar to the chest and keeping it on the chest for at least a count of 3. It was a little bit, let's just say Robbie was fucked by then. So we didn't quite get the full range of movement that we wanted, but the effort was 100%, so I'll go with that. Right. That's my rib cage, it's my shoulder blades.
Yep.
To get the best from my chest, I roll those shoulder blades together and I lift the sternum and lift the rib cage up, and then the chest is the muscle group that's in the front.
Okay.
For the back, I do exactly the same.
Okay. So
Roll those shoulder blades together.
roll them that way.
Roll them back.
Roll them back.
Where's your chest? Up in
Up.
front.
Yeah.
The muscle on the back makes that happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, as he starts to fatigue, you'll notice his chest gets higher and higher and higher.
Yeah.
Because again, the muscle on the back is making that work. But also then, you'll notice you don't have to pull it down as fucking far. Because if I'm pulling the chest down,
Yeah.
I ain't ever going to reach the fucker.
No, you ain't gonna get that.
Yeah? So, as it starts to get tight, pull the chest up, use the back to make that happen. Okay? There you go. Well done. That's it. You just put it into you. Good. Go on. Good. Go. Good. Good, man. Yeah? Now, today's session is pulling down movements.
Yep.
Monday's back session is rowing movements.
Okay.
But again, when we get to this stage, as you are now thinking of prep and competing and everything else, take your poses into your training and take your training into your posing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said to Jamie. I've never done that. Never had that thought process.
Always. Rear double bicep. What do I want to see on the rear double bicep? I want to see everybody hands up and comes down.
up.
Yes?
Yeah.
So when we come down, you are pulling into our lowest part before you develop the...
Before you bring it out
Right.
and flare.
Yes.
Got you.
And this is where we are in these movements.
Yeah.
It's about making sure that once it's down, for the judge, they can see the most muscle movement
Yeah.
before I flare and open.
Yeah.
Okay?
Easy work.
Just little shrugs for me. Stay strapped in if you can. Go on then. Singles. Good.
Nice.
Good job. Couple little shrugs for me. Good job. Another way. Good. Very good. Come on. Drag it down. Drag it down. Go on. Good. Good, take that breath in. Just hang there for me, please. Just hanging out. That's what we do. We just hang out together. We hang out and have fun. Good. That's it. Superb. Nice little relax. Relax. That's it. Good. Relax. Good job. So what we did then is we used the angle of the bench, right? And again, we're at a stage now, as I said, they're competitive bodybuilders, and it's about understanding to take your training into your posing and your posing into your training. So hopefully what you could see is we really engaged in our rear double bicep movement, making sure that we pull the elbows in before then obviously you pull back out. When I pose with people, I say to all the time, when they do a rear double bicep, think about pulling 1,000 kilos down. So when you're pulling it down, and which is what we did, we pull it down, 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 and in, and then you develop the pose. So we really got into that mindset and that movement, and they both really did really well with that. But as I said, Robbie's engagement with the muscle movement, even at the end of just, and there's only 2 exercises, but we worked well, so much better, so much better. His arms that again have now realised that they're a consequence of the movement rather than dictator, so that's really, really good. So then what we did is we slipped down from 2 arms to single arms, because what you'll find is then you'll be able to get that elbow in just a little bit tighter to yourself, which in turn then will engage the lower part of the lat to make sure we get the most from it. When we went from that, we did a drop set on singles, and then just to finish off then, I just did a little bit of stretching with them then, and I just forced myself against the weight while they were trying to hold it down in control. Everything we do has a reason, but it's specific for that reason at that time. Now, right, okay? So we've only done 2 exercises, but we did probably about 3 to 4 sets in different ways. So actually, some people could say then we did 4 or 5 different exercises. But we did 2 pieces of kit, and what we did is we used them to get the most from the muscle at that time. So the rep range was specific to the individual, but what we did more than anything is we went to failure. All right, we got to our working weight. Once we got to our working weight, where we were starting to fail on the numbers that I was given, then that really was our one all-out set, which we would probably see was probably the last set, where we went to a drop set of singles and finished with the stretchings. So even though you could say then, oh, it was high rep, it was high volume, no, we only had 1 working set. So you had 2 pieces of exercises with 1 working set. Everything else was introductions and warm-ups. Are we good? That's it,
Yeah.
That's it. Because if I drag, think now, if I curl there,
Yeah.
the arm position has not changed.
Yeah.
Yeah? The only difference is whether it's in front of you or behind you.
Okay.
So drag it up to the point as if I was curling, it would be there. I don't want to see those rear delts coming into assist. Let me see you. Close the bar down. Can you see what happens in the tricep?
Yeah.
I want to see that little tweak in the tricep.
Right,
Because
okay.
if there's a little tweak in the tricep, it means
it's
that
full.
you got it.
Yeah.
It means the bicep is fully stretched out.
Yeah.
He's rolling it up and he's touching his chest with the bar.
Yeah.
But if you notice, nothing is
Nothing's
going on
from
in
the
the shoulder. Yeah. doesn't like being in pain. You've got to make it aware that it has to be in pain sometimes. That leaning down, the dragging up, rear delts and traps. Oh, now let's have a look at you. Right, okay. Yeah. That's what the body will do.
You'll bend over and stop it.
You will try anything to, yes, 100%. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to put the muscle under as much strain as we possibly can. Yeah? It's an okay weight, it's not heavy, it's not ridiculous, but it's just far more concentrated than just getting that, yes, okay? Right. So again, drag those elbows up. Good. Drag those elbows up now. Good, one more like that. Good job, well done. Good. Top tip the bicep. Oh, don't mind the height squat. Good. Roll it down. Roll it up. Come on. Roll him down. Let me see it. Roll it down. Think of the tricep. Good. Up. Roll him down. Up.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah, I'm absolutely loving it, mate. No words at the minute.
Go on then. Rack it off. Get ready for a count of 10. Up. Elbows up. Elbows up. Elbows up. Go on. Go on. Elbows up. Elbows up. Elbows up. Good. Come on. Good. Let it go long. Get in the bicep. Good. One more. Not yet. Give yourself a minute on elbows. Yeah.
That's the pretty little mama.
Spit on the face. That's right. Good. Try and do one more like that, please.
That's the pretty little
Wrist. Good job. Rack it off. Back to 10. Faster. Come on. Go. Faster. Good. Good job. To 10. 9. Drag my hand and go. Good. Good. Come on. Tricep every time, man. Drop it. Tricep every time. Good job. Perfect reps, no body. All bicep. This is 4. This is 5. Focus now. 6. Good job. Focus now. 7. Good job.
We got there. There's a lot of learning to do. You know, it's like I think it's just a different level of training and accuracy. I think that's the thing. You know, when you're not used to training with that level of intent and sort of focus on each part of the muscle, just the detail.
Yeah.
And it's just not what I'm used to. So
The thing is, this is what I say all the time.
yeah.
Bodybuilding, I don't train like that. In other words, I don't pull on as many muscle groups as I can.
Yeah.
There's other sports
Yeah,
that
yeah.
use weight-bearing exercise to do that.
Yeah, sure.
Now, when we get to this level, certainly when we get to the competitive level, right?
Yeah.
As a judge, I want to see every single individual muscle.
Yeah, and you'll see that reflected through the training, won't you?
100%.
Clearly.
So I have to train like that.
Yeah.
I train that muscle group at that time.
Yeah.
And no other.
Yeah, yeah.
Bodybuilding is an art. People will go, yeah, but it is. Let me call on my good friend here, right? The first part of bodybuilding is getting big lumps of clay and just shoving it as much as we can in individual parts.
Yep.
That's the first part. Now, when we
Growing.
get to this level, I want to see fine tunes
Yeah, yeah.
of where the
Chisel out.
insertions are. Yeah? And now that's your job now.
Yeah.
As a competitive bodybuilder, it's your job now to get that fine line and see where everything is and it's in proportion. So if I don't do my biceps specifically like we did, 100% your front delta is going to be bigger than your bicep.
Yeah, yeah.
So straight away my proportions are out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah? If I don't do it properly and connect to the tricep when I'm doing tricep, in the same mindset that I did bicep, my own balance, my own symmetry, my own proportions
It's
are
going
going to be out.
shit, isn't it? Yeah.
Symmetry, balance, proportions.
Which is the
They're
first
my
things,
first
yeah.
keys. So I don't move weight. Yes, I move weight, but I don't. I use weight as a tool to make me develop the physique I want to take on stage.
Yeah.
So it isn't just about case of moving a fucking thing. No, it's about moving it properly, moving it specifically, moving it with the muscle that I want to move at that time in my mind the whole time.
Yeah.
Today, once we got past that first set, the forearm dictated so much of it.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
So for you,
Yeah.
you have to find a way of using
Working
that hand to your advantage.
Yeah.
Today it was at a disadvantage because there was a lot of rolling in the bar, re-engaging in the bar, rolling in the bar. Well, straight away, that's what's
Yeah, it was, and that's why they were so pumped, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like from the off.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
So of course, Jay used straps,
Yeah, I use
you
versus
didn't.
'cause they just like to
Yeah.
just hook it around your wrist.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
So
don't even have to.
that might be good.
Yeah.
That's it.
Their scripts are amazing.
But as I said, I'm not saying go out and use grips because I don't use
No,
grips.
but just use the stuff that's going to help you.
I use my hand as my own grip.
Yeah.
I never ever.
I'm just scratching.
See, I was not just. I've always taken the piss then.
But that's what I said. The thing is, but then once I'm in, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think about it again. But there was a lot of movement in that hand on the bar, so
Yeah.
that allowed it to dictate. So straight away, then you were getting frustrated.
And exhausted from the forearm rather than
So-
through the actual muscle that we're training.
Yeah. So if you can do anything to take that frustration out of your training session,
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, I will do.
You've got
yeah.
to.
Yeah, it really frustrated me today. That
Yeah,
did,
and it did. You got yourself
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit wound up
Yeah, yeah.
over it at
Annoyed
times.
me, yeah.
But of course, the thing is, Jay is at a position now that he's just straps on, even
Yeah.
even in the rehearsals. Just straps on. It's a habit. You
Yeah,
don't
it's
even
easy
think
'cause
about
you
it.
can just go over. You don't even have to wrap up.
Yeah.
Just when it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's allowing him to dictate.
Then you don't worry about it. Because I'm the same. If I can't train back without straps.
Okay.
Personally, because my forearms just take too much.
Just take the stuff,
I have the same problem. So as soon as I use versus,
Yeah. It's just completely focused on the job in hand then.
I just think
And that's the
it's
frustrating thing because you know what, there's a load of pressure going through the forearm and your back's not exhausted. But you're amazingly thinking, fuck, well, I'm not working the fucking back. Am I?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, very frustrating.
So, but of course, this thing is clearly that's
That's
something
right.
you got in.
Yeah,
you
I've
got
got
into
to work
and you
on
got to
it.
get rid
Yeah,
of.
yeah, absolutely.
And as I said, without doubt, your understanding of moving the back at the end of the session was just
It
night
was-
and day.
Do you know what? I never opened my back out like we did on the first exercise when you were saying like with a full stretch, actually opening it back, making that tweak to fully open that.
Yeah.
I've never opened it out like that, I don't think.
And
if I'm
unfortunately,
honest.
far too many people go into a gym, look at somebody, and go, I'll do it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all self-taught,
understand.
right? But as when we get into competitive bodybuilding, especially as there's something we're going to touch on and we've spoken about previously, about lat spreads.
Yes.
If you don't allow the back to open through your exercises, you are never ever going to be able to do
open out
that
on
lat
the
spread
stage.
properly.
And
Never.
that is the biggest thing that I'm going to take from today is thinking about when I'm doing the exercise, standing on stage.
And
Yeah,
of course, there's
100%.
nothing more frustrating as a judge when you see somebody come out and you think,
Which you've said to me on
here
numerous
we go.
occasions, yeah. And and then your fucking head's in your hands.
well, that was
because you
fucking
can't-
shit.
Yeah.
Because they just don't know how to pose properly. Yeah, but as I said, the thing is, don't be afraid to try and mimic your poses through your training and
No,
take your
that-
training into your poses.
That's
It
class.
does make such a difference. Such a difference.
That's etched in me now.
Yeah.
100%.
Good.
Yeah,
Sweet.
wicked. Love it.
Happy
Thanks very
days.
much.